Hi, Alison Bales here, super stoked to party on with you guys and celebrate Wayne's World's 25th birthday bash. Later on, I'll tell you about everyone's illustrious careers, and after the film, you'll hear it directly from them. Before that, we thought that it would be fun to test yourself to see how much you know about one of the most iconic movies ever made. Did you know any of these 10 funtoids? Number 1. Mike Myers began working on developing Wayne when he was still a teenager, and he began his on-screen life on Canadian television, first on the alternative video show City Limits, and later on It's Only Rock and Roll in 1987 in a sketch called Wayne's Power Minute. When Myers joined the cast of SNL in 1989, he brought Wayne with him. Wayne's World made its SNL debut in February of 1989. Number 2. Dana Carvey's older brother, electronic engineer Brad Carvey, was the inspiration for Garth. Dana has said that they both ate red licorice, both liked video, and they both play the drums. Dana paid tribute to Brad when Garth wore a Video Toaster t-shirt in Wayne's World 2. Video Toaster is a special effects system that Brad helped to develop. When Garth launches into his killer drum solo, that really is Carvey playing the drums. In addition to his comedic chops, Carvey is an accomplished musician who wasn't afraid to prove it to a live audience in 1996 on his short-lived talk show, The Dana Carvey Show. Number 3. Celebrity guests became a staple of Wayne's World, with Aerosmith and Madonna being two of the most famous. But Madge's appearance in a 1991 fantasy sequence caused a bit of anxiety for Myers, as it featured his first on-screen kiss. Number 4. Wayne's World marked Chris Farley's movie debut. He made a cameo as a security guard at the Alice Cooper concert. He also appeared in the movie's sequel, but this time playing a friend of Wayne and Garth named Milton. Number 5. Wayne's World helped to resurrect Rob Lowe's career and reinvent him as a comedic actor, a role he continued to play alongside Myers in all 3 Austin Powers movies and well beyond. Number 6. When Wayne's World was released in February of 1992, it was only the second movie to be made from a Saturday Night Live sketch. The first was 1980's The Blues Brothers, but Wayne's World remains the most financially successful SNL movie to date, earning more than $183 million worldwide. Number 7. The Wayne's World soundtrack, which included classic rock tracks like Jimi Hendrix's Foxy Lady, rose to the top of the Billboard 200 upon its release in February 1992. Bohemian Rhapsody experienced a second life. The 1975 Queen classic reached number 2 on the Billboard chart. Number 8. In 1993, a video game version of Wayne's World was released, which saw Wayne searching Aurora, Illinois for Garth, who had been sucked into the Zoltar, the gelatinous cube arcade game. Number 9. Mike Myers wanted Wayne's World to be about a local cable access show because hosting one was a lifelong dream of his. In 1992, he explained that he never had one in real life because he, quote, couldn't get around to filling out the forms and stuff. And number 10. Tia Carrere had done a 2-year stint on General Hospital and had made TV guest appearances on both action series and sitcoms. After bit parts in such testosterone-heavy movies as Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man and Showdown in Little Tokyo, she was offered a role on the hit show Baywatch, but she turned it down to audition for Wayne's World. Welcome back. Wayne's World grossed $183 million in its theatrical run, placing it as the 10th highest grossing film of 1992 and the highest grossing of the 11 films based on Saturday Night Live sketches. Wayne's World was Myers' feature film debut. It also features Rob Lowe, Tia Carrere, Lara Flynn Boyle, Brian Doyle Murray, Robert Patrick spoofing his role in Terminator 2 Judgment Day, Chris Farley, Ed O'Neill, Ione Skye, Meat Loaf, and Alice Cooper.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
Celebrity maven, famous for her Hollywood parties, Colleen Camp, who plays the wife of the arcade owner, is a character actress, comedian, and producer, best known for her performances in 2 installments of the Police Academy series and as Yvette the Maid in the 1985 comedy Clue. Other movies she appeared in included Apocalypse Now and Election. She also appeared in the Bruce Lee movie Game of Death as his girlfriend. The very beautiful Tia Carrere is an actress, model, voice actor, and singer who obtained her first big break as a regular on the daytime soap opera General Hospital. She played Nanny in Lilo and Stitch, and Sydney Fox in the syndicated television series Relic Hunter. She also appeared as a contestant in the 2nd season of Dancing with the Stars and the 5th season of The Celebrity Apprentice. Rob Lowe garnered fame for appearing in such films as The Outsiders, Oxford Blues, St. Elmo's Fire, About Last Night, Tommy Boy, Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, Austin Powers in Goldmember, Thank You for Smoking, The Invention of Lying, and Sex Tape. In addition to receiving an Emmy Award nomination in 2001 for his work on The West Wing, Lowe has been nominated for 6 Golden Globe Awards. His nominations span 4 of the 7 categories for male actors. The movie's director, Penelope Spheris, is also a producer and screenwriter. She's best known as a documentary film director whose works include the punk and metal rock trilogy, The Decline of Western Civilization. Wayne's World is her highest-grossing film and helped to open the doors for many more SNL sketches to be made at Paramount. Spheris launched her career by producing short subjects for comedian Albert Brooks, many of them being highlights in the 1st season of the television series Saturday Night Live. Dana Thomas Carvey is an actor and stand-up comedian known for his work as a cast member on Saturday Night Live. He's well known for his impersonations of George H.W. Bush and Ross Perot on SNL. He's also known for playing the church lady and Hans from Hans and Franz. He had a minor role in Halloween 2 and co-starred on One of the Boys in 1982, a short-lived television sitcom that also starred Mickey Rooney, Nathan Lane, and Meg Ryan. In 1984, Carvey had a small role in Rob Reiner's film This Is Spinal Tap, in which he played a mime with fellow comedian Billy Crystal. He reprised many of his SNL characters in 1996 for The Dana Carvey Show, a short-lived primetime variety show on ABC. The show was most notable for launching Robert Smiegel's cartoon, The Ambiguously Gay Duo, as well as the careers of Steve Carell and Stephen Colbert. In 2015, he was Dana the camp director in Hotel Transylvania 2 and the voice of Pops in 2016's The Secret Life of Pets. Mike Myers is a Canadian-born actor, comedian, screenwriter, and film producer who also holds UK and US citizenships. He's known for his run as a featured performer on SNL from 1989 to 1995 and for playing the title roles in the Wayne's World movies, Austin Powers, and Shrek films. He also directed the documentary film Supermensch, The Legend of Shep Gordon, and had a small role in Quentin Tarantino's Inglourious Basterds in 2009. Myers began performing in commercials at the age of 2. At the age of 10, he made a commercial for British Columbia Hydro with Gilda Radner playing his mother. After graduating from high school, Myers was accepted into the Second City Canadian Touring Company. He later moved to the United Kingdom, where in 1985 he was one of the founding members of the Comedy Store Players, an improv group based at the Comedy Store in London. Myers also starred in So I Married an Axe Murderer, which garnered a cult following. He returned to acting in 1997 with the film Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery, then a sequel in 1999, Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, and finally Austin Powers in Goldmember in 2002. In 1998, Myers played one of his rare non-comedic roles in the film 54. He played Steve Rubel, proprietor of New York City's famous Studio 54, a 1970s discotheque. He later parodied the club as Studio 69 in Goldmember. A final funtoid is that when it was originally released in 1975, Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody was an oddity. The song was a #1 hit in the UK and cracked the top 10 in the US, but by the early 90s, the song had been mostly retired to a quiet life of occasional appearances on classic rock radio and little more. Then, in 1992, Myers used Bohemian Rhapsody as the rambunctious centerpiece of the indelible opening scene of Wayne's World and gave the song and the band behind it an unprecedented second life. Okay, I hope you have a groovy time out there. Here's Peter Travers of Rolling Stone to say a few words of introduction.